A reading from the Gospel of Matthew. What do you think? If a shepherd has 100 sheep, and one of them has gone astray, does he not leave the 99 on the mountains and go in search of the one that went astray? And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that never went astray. So it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should be lost. Here we have a portion of this discord that Jesus is having with religious leaders in the Jewish faith. And essentially what they're kind of asking him is, who can we leave behind? We're progressing as a faith, we're progressing as a nation, and these little ones, often we think of as children, but that's not necessarily what it means. It means the ones that are falling behind. It's the ones that are struggling to meet the survival of the fittest. And they kind of want Jesus' permission to let these little ones straggle behind. For society, for culture, for the faith to move forward, to continue to grow and progress while leaving others behind. So they're exploring with Jesus, who is it okay to leave behind? And in this little parable here in Matthew, it's not clear who the shepherd is, who we're exactly talking about. But the message is very clear. The message is we don't leave anyone behind. Jesus makes it very clear that the will of the Father is for all to be in the flock, for all to be in the fold, that we cannot move on without the little ones, if you will. And as active Christians right now, that shepherding mindset has been passed on from Jesus and now to us. For those of us active in the church who are trying to engage and grow in our faith, it is important that we take this mindset on, that we make sure that if we're moving forward, not leaving anyone out. Last week at St. James Meals, I had one of my volunteers who's very faithful and not only volunteers with St. James, but many other organizations and ministries around the city that work with the homeless. And he knows our guests better than anyone I've ever seen. And his ability to welcome them into St. James Commons, most of them using their first names, he embodies what that means. Not only is he feeding their bodies when they arrive and they are looking for a hot meal, but he feeds their spirits when he greets them by name, when he lets them know that they are seen and that they are valued and they matter, and we have not left them behind. This season of Advent, as we are preparing for the birth of Christ in our church, we need to mind the lessons that Jesus has left us. And that is to ensure we don't leave the little ones behind. In your own ways, I encourage you to explore how you might reach out to those who are struggling, for those who are struggling to keep up, for those who are isolated, for those who are lonely, for those who don't hear their names on a regular basis. We cannot leave anyone behind. That is our charge as Christians. Amen.